Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. Today's our topic is director. Director of the company. Now, let us discuss what is the need of the director and why this director has coming to existence. As company is a artificial person just existing in the eyes of law, and the company does not have any physical existence. That's why to perform all its functions a human instrument is required, which should take the charge of the management and deal with the affairs of the company. So a director is appointed, not a single director, and the group of directors appointed, those are called as board of directors, called as BODs. And this director is defined under section 2 subsection 34 of New Companies Act 2013. These directors are termed as brain of the company. If we go to the definition of the director, it is nothing but director means a director appointed by the board of the company. Now let us discuss how many number of directors are required. Now if it is a public company, the minimum number of directors are 3. If it is a private company, minimum number of directors are 2. If it is a one person company, the minimum number of directors are 1, because in a one person company only one director exists. Maximum number of directors in a public company are 15, in a private company also 15, and finally in a one person company also maximum numbers are 15. Now if more than 15 directors are there in a public company, they should pass a special resolution. It will occur in the private company and in one person company also. Now here it is very clear that the remaining board of directors are its eyes, brain, hands and other essential limbs upon whose efficient functioning depends the success of the company. Now here let us discuss what are the qualifications of the company director, which are mentioned in the Companies Act 2013. First, they have mentioned that a director must be an individual. Yes, that means it should not be a company. It should be a person. Second one, a director should be a solvent person. That means solvent means who is not insolvent. That means upon whom he is not liable to anyone. Third one, a director must be held shares qualification if the articles of association provided such. That means the person who is going to be the director of that company should purchase shares of that company which are mentioned in the articles of association. Next, a director must be a person of sound mind. That means he should not be unsound mind. A director must hold a director identification number which is called as DIN. That means before becoming a director he should apply for the DIN. Next, every person proposed as a candidate for the office of a director has to sign and file with the company his consent to act as a director if appointed. That means a person, if he satisfies all of these points and has become the director, he must sign the file and file the company as a director. If he rejected to do signature, he is not qualified as a director. Next one, a director should not be convicted by the court for any offense. That means the person who is going to be the director should not be in court for his personal reasons or any other reasons in past. Rule 5 prescribes the qualification of independent director. That means an independent director shall possess appropriate skills, experience and knowledge in fields of finance, law, management, sales, research, administration and other disciplines. That means the person who is going to be the director of the company should have also these all disciplines. These are the qualifications of the director. Now going to the disqualification of the director. That means if any qualification is not satisfied, then it is called as disqualification. Coming to the first one, on the grounds of disqualification, when this person is not eligible, let us see, if he is of unsound mind and he is so declared by the competent court. That means hope already know what is unsound mind, who is not sound, he is called unsound. Next, he is an undischarged insolvent. Insolvent is nothing but with the person who is due to he is due some money to some other person, that time also this person is disqualified as a director. Next, he has applied to adjudication as an insolvent and his application is pending. That means the person has went into jail and to come out he has given the application. At that time also this person is disqualified as a director. Next one, an order disqualifying him from appointment as a director has been passed by the court or tribunal and order is in force. The court, that is tribunal or law, has mentioned this person is not eligible as a director. This letter has been passed by them. At this point he is disqualified as a director. That means he is already a director. Due to some reasons the court has said this person is not qualified, is disqualified, remove him as a director. Next, he has not paid any calls in respect of any shares held with them. That means this person has purchased some shares. Think one share is 10 rupees, he paid only 2 rupees, remaining 8 rupees he is not paying. 6 months also elapsed, that means 6 months also completed from the fixed payment of the call. At that time also this person is disqualified as a director. Next, he has been convicted of the offence dealing with the relating party transactions under section 188 at any time during the last preceding 5 years. That means this person is convicted, he is in jail due to the company related issues preceding 5 years. At that time he is not qualified. Next, he has not been allotted DIN. The registrar of the company said he is not eligible to take DIN. That means this is directly said that he is not eligible to become a director of the company. Now, next disqualification is disqualification by reason of default made in a company. Now, this person is a director, but after becoming a director, he has made some mistakes in the company. Let us see what are those. First one, he has not filed financial statements or annual returns for any continuous period of 3 financial years. That means it is a duty of a director that a director must file the financial statements or annual reports within the next continuous period. That means he is not doing his duty. At that time he is disqualified as a director. Next, if after the disqualification under section 164 subsection 2 is attracted, the default is made good by the company, the director shall continue to remain disqualified. That means here he has disqualified. After this disqualification, if the default is made good of the company, that means the company people said that let him be leave. At that time also he will be remain disqualified and the company government act will not allow him as a director of the company. Now, next one, additional grounds of disqualification. That means leaving this and the first one, he is also disqualified when a private company, maybe its articles provide for any disqualification for appointment of a director in addition to those specified in section 1 and subsection 2 of 164. That means 164 subsection 2. That means he has not done his duty, that is filing the financial statements within the continuous period of 3 years. Not only leaving this, here they are saying that a public company is prohibited from providing any additional disqualifications. Now coming to the next one, that is saying that postponement of certain grounds of disqualification. When does it happen? The disqualifications refer to the clauses D, E and G of 164 subsection 1 shall not take effect for 30 days from the date of conviction or order of disqualification. That means he has convicted and the result has not at all given. After the date of conviction to 30 days, they will not give the order of disqualification. They will postpone the disqualification. Here, next, where an appeal or petition is preferred within 30 days, as aforesaid against the conviction resulting in sentence or order until expiry of 7 days from the date on which such appeal or petition is disposed of. That means in the first point they said that when the person is convicted till 30 days they will postpone the disqualification. When this 30 days also passed, they will take extra 7 days time period to postpone the disqualification. Now coming to this next point, where any further appeal or petition is preferred against the order or sentence within 7 days until such further appeal or petition is disposed of. That means not only the 30 days, not only the 7 days, if any further appeal has made till that time period, they will postpone the disqualification. This is the qualification and disqualification of a director who is said under section 2 subsection 34 of the Companies Act 2013. Thank you one and all for viewing my channel. Hope everyone has subscribed my channel and hope everyone will like, share and subscribe. Thank you one and all.